What's going on, brother Alex? What's happening with you, man? That shit be going all the way fast as a motherfucker. My bad, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man, checking me out. On the road again. Y'all like to stream on the way in, man. Y'all know a lot of the times when I'm making these trips, driving, I tend to be a little raw, uncut. And I think it's good that we have these type of interactions where you can just see me real, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not reading no notes. I'm not bringing up, anything that most of us don't already know. Let me see. Let's see if I can get the chat pulled up in here, man. Give me a second. Turn this shit down. Yeah, I can see the chat now. What's going on, brother Willie? Salute to you, man. What's going on, straight? Matt McKee, man. What's happening with y'all brothers, man? What's going on, brother Doobie? Yeah, man. So I'm not back in the lab as of yet, but I will be. On a personal note, gentlemen, I can say that y'all can celebrate with me because I received a promotion. They were in talks. We negotiated my asking price for the promotion a week ago, and I received the offer letter. So now I am in a salaried position, and I actually work a lot less. So I'm pretty much working 6 months out of the year, and I'm making more money, and I have more benefits. All the bells and whistles, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was something I thought about long and hard, and I jumped on it. Like, fuck it, They offered me a position a couple of years ago, and I turned it down because I'm not a man of titles. When it comes to my career, I believe my work speaks for itself. And I've told you guys several times before, man, y'all seen me filthy from head to toe, man, because even though I am a boss, I still get in the trenches alongside the other men. That's figuratively and literally, because I am in the trenches with you brothers right now in real life. I speak for the working man. I speak for the everyday man. That's what I do. It's a part of who I am. But today I wanted to talk about this, the victim mentality, and how they will always play the victim. Give a couple of more shout outs while I'm at Brown Hornet, man. Salute to you, my brother. Stay balanced, man. Salute to you, man. Glad y'all could be in here, man. The rich gang up in this bitch, man, for sure. Golden Child, man. Yeah, dog. I'm glad y'all up in here, man. I can't do the StreamYard shit and try to bring people on because the connection is shit when I try to do that. So I don't even bother anymore. But many of you men who have experienced relationship problems, you've went through a breakup with a female, and in most cases, the female walked away from you. And we've talked about how these women will easily get bored in a relationship. It doesn't even matter how much money you got. We can go back to Will Smith and his issues with his entanglement. We can even go back to Jeff Bezos, his woman securing the bag on him, to Bill Gates. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Eventually, the woman will get bored with you. When she doesn't feel a need, there's no benefit. You have rewarded her for a terrible behavior to the point that she feels like she doesn't need you. And so many of you will understand, like in a social media age, the first thing women will do is they will go to social media and they will start doing these subliminal messages, making it seem like, other people are the problem, even though they've had several relationships that have failed. They can never hold themselves accountable for what they contributed to the failure of the relationships. And I've often told you guys how many of these women will actually sabotage the relationship because they don't feel guilt. They only feel shame. And so they will sabotage the relationship in hopes that you get fed up and be like, fuck it. Because they have already emotionally checked out the relationship because they are bored with you. They want to experience some new peace. So they will go to social media and play this victim role, and then they will surround themselves with a support group of family and friends who will tell them everything that they want to hear, because the female will tell them everything that they felt like you were doing wrong. All the problems will be your fault. It's classic narcissistic behavior. And it's what nearly all of them do. I told you guys, it doesn't matter what it is. It's always your fault. If she cheats, it's because you wasn't giving her enough attention. You weren't doing this, you weren't doing that. It's always something you weren't doing that contributes to their behavior. And you have to understand, as a man, you have to get to a point where you don't even give this shit your attention. This is why I tell you guys why it's important to stay centered. You know who you are. You know what you contribute to the world. That's why I tell you guys, like, even after these breakups and these failed relationships, man, a lot of the times those are the best things that can ever happen to you. Because at some point you may hit rock bottom behind some broad. But it's at the bottom when us men take accountability for what has transpired. And at the very bottom is when we find ourselves. We find out our purpose. Or sometimes you made a mistake of having that moment where you got into a relationship because you were bamboozled. You were hit with the bait and switch. And you don't hit rock bottom again. It just refocuses you. You're refocused, you're re-energized, you're rejuvenated. You start to move with a purpose again. The things that you had started lacking on because you were with this female, you start to regain that momentum again. I told you guys, man, when the woman is not feminine and cooperative, if she's not being a help me to you, she's draining you, man. And that's just the truth. And it's to a point where you can't even move like a man anymore. If you decide to hang out with a couple of your partners, man, you know what I'm saying, have a couple of drinks or some shit, that shit is a problem. Everything that you do as a man will become a problem. It becomes a problem because she's not in control. It doesn't matter what you do for these broads. The more you do, the more they're gonna want. The more you do for her, the more entitled she's gonna become. And to the point that she think that, what you've been providing for her is normal treatment. She feels like everyone can do those things. And I'm gonna tell you something. The worst mistake that most guys make is validating women. Unearned validation. And I've told you guys a million times that no one appreciates anything that they haven't earned. But many of you guys are suckered into giving away your validation. Now, how do you do that? I'm glad you asked. First of all, like I said, social media is the engine that drives dysfunction and delusion. So the first thing she will come with is, you don't post me on social media. You act like I don't exist. And so what you will do is, after she bugs you for a while, you finally get to the point where you post this broad. Big mistake. Because now you've given her that inch that she needed. Now she feels like she has some sort of control over you, some sort of power. Oh, I can manipulate him to doing anything now. So you validate her through social media, right? And unknowingly to you, what is going to happen is she's going to lose an inch of respect. Not that she really respected you anyway, but she's gonna lose a little respect for you. But she's still gonna hang around because she benefits something from you. You may be a man of money, looks, and status. You may have all the things that women, find attractive. And now she's the one that got you. Okay? And so that was the first mistake. The next shit test that she would probably give you is all her friends are taking trips with their men. Or they taking all these trips and shit. And so she will hit you with shit like, we never do anything together. Or we don't do as much as we used to. You may be working, being a productive person. And many of these people are dead broke, spending all their money taking these dumbass trips and shit. They're not building shit. They're just out here willy-nilly with their lives. But you're a man of structure. Order. So you're trying to build now and celebrate later because you see the long game. These bras don't see the long game. They live in the now. So she will come to you and like, you don't take trips and all this other stuff. So you being the sucker that you are, you're going to do two things to validate her now. Number one, you're going to take her on that trip. And number two, you're going to post it all over social media. At this point, y'all probably tagging each other, wearing matching outfits and all that other bullshit. Oh man, she's the envy of all her friends now. But guess what? She's losing just that much more respect for you. Okay? This is how it begins, brothers. Okay? What's going on, brother Third Ward? Yeah, man. J2. Oh, shit. J2 solid. What's happening with you, man? So, what happens next is another way you're going to validate her and she's going to lose more respect for you. She's going to say that, she can't handle, you guys living in separate houses or some shit like that. Or she's going to hit you with, where is this relationship headed? We've been together and we're doing all these things together. She wants you to give her the ultimate validation of Woman Crush Wednesday, or maybe even an engagement. And you thinking, well, you got a case of the one-itis, you're going to validate her even more. This is my queen. This is my wifey. All this other shit. She's going to be watching you. She's going to be losing that much more respect for you. And then you're going to give her the ultimate validation by putting a ring on that bitch's finger. And now you're mucky meat. You're finished. Because from there on out, the relationship is doomed. She didn't deserve any of that shit. She only shamed you and bamboozled you into believing that she was the one. She wanted the ceremony. She got what she had been dreaming for since she was a young girl when she was playing with baby dolls, and you have given it to her. Now that she doesn't feel the need to respect you or perform any wifely duties because she was never a wife. You understand what I'm saying, brothers? Most of these broads are not wife material. They simply sucker a sucker into doing their bidding. And once you've lost your position of power, she's going to discard you. She's going to treat you like utter shit. She's going to talk about you to other friends and relatives behind your back. She's going to display all the relationship problems. You're going to see all kind of subtle signs of disrespect. She's not going to respect anything that you say. She's going to give you these death stares at times because she resents you at this point. Every time that you behave like a man or try to man up a little bit, it's too late. She's going to look at it as disrespect for you just being a man and not being a fucking simp. She's bored with you. She's ready to experience a new thrill. She's ready to monkey branch. She's ready to be on the carousel. She's ready to be for the highway. Because many a times you don't even realize you saved this broad. This broad was in a terrible relationships before you. I kid you not, man. Partner of mine, going through it. This motherfucker wifed up a single mother, multiple kids by another man. The relationship didn't work out. He came in and went through all those phases with this broad and wifed her up. Keep in mind, if a woman can't produce you children, what the fuck are you marrying her for? This woman has been imprinted by another man. They have a bond that you will never have together. There will always be some attachment there because they share children. Meanwhile, this broad had her tubes tied. She couldn't bear him children, so he was basically paying for companionship. Now, mind you, this broad was at stripper parties and shit, hosting stripper parties, you know, where male strippers fly in and put a sock on their dick and swing it around in their faces and shit. And I'm pretty sure you guys know female nature, know that it had to be some fucking going on. Trust me. Them bitches was getting taken to the stabbing cabin. You knew what you were signing up for, but you decided to take her on because she hit you with the bait and switch of being feminine and cooperative. You didn't vet that woman, and you didn't make her earn her position. You were a damn fool. And you gave her everything, but she didn't appreciate it because she didn't appreciate you. The more you do, the more she expects. She doesn't pay attention to any of the shit that you were doing for her. She may do something for you, and she will think that she may do one small thing for you, or a few small things, and it doesn't equate to a fraction of what you provide and what you do. All this broad is gonna do is complain. And if you stick around with that broad, you're going to get that 80-20 shit for sure. But guess what? You'll be paying 80% of the bills, taking care of 80% of the shit, and you'll be splitting the pussy with the motherfucker that she respects. Because once she doesn't respect you, she's going to fuck off on you. Guaranteed. And they can play that role all they want to, but at the end of the day, man, what are you getting in return? Not a motherfucking thing. Tyrone gets the head, Henry gets the headaches. And then if you have enough self-respect to walk away because you see the writing on the wall, then here comes the victim role. She's going to go to all the women in her family and talk about all the terrible things that you done. Never mind the fact that she wasn't even behaving like the female that she pretended to be from the beginning. This is why I tell you guys, especially for you young men, man, look, your value increases as you age. There is no reason to be wifing up these broads, man, especially these old broads, man. If you're a man ranging from 35 to 50, look, man, if you decide to settle down, get you a young, feminine, fit, cooperative woman, not one that's set in their ways. Not one who has been worn out by the carousel, dealing with several different relationships because her ability to pair bond is royally fucked. She doesn't give a fuck. Like, for real. And you don't realize just how much she doesn't give a fuck until the end. But after you've wasted all your time, money, effort, energy, resources on this broad. I'm telling you, they are the queens of victimhood. That's it. When they be using this loose terms of being queens, man, they stop it. It's 2021. If you still calling these washed up, worn out bar whores from hell queens, you're a damn fool, man. You don't behave like a queen. You all masculine and shit. You want to be a man. You want to act like a man. Well, you're not a queen. You don't even know your role as a woman. And I hear guys talking about, man, you know, it depends on your masculinity. Man, you could be the most masculine man on the planet. Doesn't mean shit. If she doesn't see any benefit from being with you, if she feels like she can venture out on her own and find something better, guess what she's going to do? You can be all masculine and shit. See how that shit works if your ass making $25,000 a year. The only way she would deal with you making $25,000 a year or some shit like that is because your ass taking her to the stabbing cabin and you are physically attractive and all her friends are looking at you, but eventually she's gonna get bored with that too. Women get bored very easily. It's all about the way that they feel. And you guys need to know that these women are very whimsical. The way that they feel changes from 1 minute to the next, from one day to the next. One day she loves your dirty drawers. The next day she's ready to be out. Because some motherfucker done jumped in that inbox or some shit, or somebody she's been around, been in her fucking ear, manipulating her. Because he want that pussy. You gotta beware of these guys on the job too, man. These bros be working at these jobs and shit, be around these guys, man. She probably been sharing that pussy for quite some time. If you deal with a woman who has a history of being in relationships or dealing with men that she work with, man, you're dealing with a whore. You're dealing with an undisciplined woman. And she shows a history of being easily persuaded by men that are around her, like the men she works with. I'm telling you. You know how many men are married to women who work in these corporate jobs and all this other bullshit, and they come in late and they pretend they're at work. They pretend like they're getting all these emails and shit from work. Bitch, you're at the bottom of the totem pole. You're not a salary employee. You don't even have an office. But you're getting all these emails and shit coming in. Man, that's them guys, man. Those are side dudes, man. Another thing, being on social media all the time. These broads on social media all the time, they looking for something. There's something there that they're attracted to. You understand me? And the older she is, the more she's on social media, it shows you that she's fishing for something different. She wants a replacement. She's looking for your replacement if she already hasn't found him. And a lot of the time, she be giving that puss up to other motherfuckers. You don't be knowing nothing about it, but she knows these guys are not taking her seriously. And a lot of these bras make the decision to walk away, and just some of them will walk away from a good relationship, a decent relationship with a man, just to be some other man's side bitch. You can't make this stuff up, dude. So they would go to their friends, their support system, their friends, their sisters, aunties, mamas, playing the victim, making it seem like it was all the man's fault. And then they will get, the thought-ass single friends, the ones who are in and out of relationships, they will start setting this broad up with some of their friends. Yeah. And what happens is, motherfucker don't get in my lane. My bad. Yeah. And so now it has begun. The carousel ride begins up until their old age. Now she's back to her stripper parties and traveling and acting all happy and shit, coming home to those cats or maybe that dog. You understand what I'm saying? Still wants to behave like a man, can't get a man, can't keep a man. And you have to look back and say, man, I was in a relationship with this bitch. What the fuck was I thinking? It's good for you guys to have the ability to cut your losses and walk away with your head high. We know their playbook. They all do it. It's the hive mentality. Yeah, they're all gonna do it. And I implore you guys not to waste a lot of your time dealing with a lot of these women who haven't earned their position. You make these motherfuckers earn their position in your life. Otherwise, they're not going to appreciate you, and you're wasting your time. I like to mention that since I got my new position at work, I am officially a big dog. I am actually relocating. I am leaving the state of Alabama. Grown Man Business is going to Houston, Texas. You understand what I'm saying? A few of my homies already live out there. I got a cousin out there, man, and they've been trying to get me to come out there for years. And I think now is the perfect opportunity for me to, spread my motherfucking wings. But yeah, man. And sometimes for you guys, it takes that. Sometimes it takes for you to, hit the reset button. Because as men, masculine men, real men, we are consistent with bouncing back. Every time something seems like it's failing in life, sometimes you have to take a step back to take 10 steps forward. And for some it's easier said than done, but this is because you're not putting yourself in a position to win, especially financially. Now you don't have to up and make brash decisions or whatever, but sometimes, man, it's best to relocate to somewhere that fits you. Sometimes you're too big for where you live at, your location, the area that you live in. Being around a lot of small-minded people, because when you're around a lot of small-minded people, then it shrinks you. It shrinks you. It does. And now you're in a box. Just like being in that relationship. You're a prisoner in your own home with another man's kids running around that motherfucker, another man's sperm. And they're giving you that same death stare as that woman that doesn't respect you. Well, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, spread your motherfucking wings, man. Small-minded people can't comprehend even the things that we talk about, even though it's the truth. It's the reason that there's so many of you are in this chat room, because many of you have experienced the same things that I am talking about. Because you always saw the good in women. True 2, what's happening, bro? All right, Soul Man, what's good, man? Mr. Blade, what's happening, man? D Champ, what's good, bro? Neil Powell, what's happening? Yeah, man. So, just understand this, man. Whatever it is, it's gonna be your fault, and it's not even for you. It's nothing for you to be concerned about, because it's normal. Let them move on and be on the carousel, and you move on and be about your business. That's what it's all about, man. As a man, you must understand that most of these broads are simply for recreational use. Nothing more. I've told you guys about attaching permanent feelings to temporary women, man. It's a waste of your time. Dealing with women with multiple kids, it's a waste of time. And then people are trying to equate this. If a man has kids, the only way a man should deal with a single mother is if he has kids. Bullshit. He can have kids, but guess what? His kids may not be under his roof. In most cases, they're not. If you get with her kids are gonna be under a roof that you're providing for. And guess what? You will never come first in that motherfucking house. Never. Those kids will come first. Another man's sperm comes first. Do you feel me? And she can say, I can provide for my kids or whatever, but if you're paying bills in that motherfucker, you provide for them kids too, yeah. They'll never respect you. You ain't their motherfucking daddy. And and their daddy can do the bare minimum. It's still gonna be what it is. And I don't know why you guys even take that shit seriously. With all these young, feminine, fit women that's hitting the market right now, and you being the bad motherfucker that you are, why would you put yourself in that position, man? Now, maybe the child's father died or something, man. I mean, every circumstance is different, but that's a very small fraction. I'm serious. And these bros be set in their goddamn ways. You can't mold them. You can't teach them. You can't do nothing. Anything that you say trying to correct them is going to be taken as disrespect or offensive. It's a complete waste of time. And these bros are trying to shame you, saying that you hate women because you choose to do what's best for you. You're not expected to have a preference. Men aren't expected to have a preference when it comes to women, but women can have all these preferences when it comes to men. He got to be tall. He got to have 6 figures. He got to have a fucking 8-inch penis. You got to have this. You got to have that. You got to drive this. You got to make that. It's ridiculous. And as soon as you say you don't want a broad that you don't want a broad that wears a bunch of weave and makeup, oh, now you're misogynistic. You hate women. Who hurt you? I told you, man, they try to shame you into being a motherfucking fool. I'm telling you, man. And it's best that you don't deal with these men. You deal with them from a position of power and you use them for recreational use. Nothing more. Don't be getting emotionally invested in this broad. Don't be doing any of that shit. And even then, when you use them for recreation, make them earn your time. I just can't. I don't get it. And then some of you suckers go up here and make a baby with a woman that has multiple kids by multiple men already. Get in a relationship with them. What are you thinking, man? You are cutting a hole in your own motherfucking bag. You are handing this bitch, this washed up, worn out whore, who has a history of terrible decision making when it comes to men, you are handing her the golden scissors to cut a hole in your bag. Meanwhile, you're getting nothing. Not even a pat on the back. You're getting that same washed up, worn out cooch that other men have gotten for free. Think about it. Think about it. You're paying for companionship and some convenient sex. That's all you're doing, brother. And it shows just what you think of yourself. You think so lowly of yourself that you got to get out here and deal with other men's leftovers. Men who have imprinted her and men who she's still attracted to a certain degree. You will notice when you have problems in these relationships, these women will actually confide in these men. These men are, these baby daddy ass motherfuckers, some of them are the worst when it comes to like what we call dirty macking. Yeah, you giving that old lame ass motherfucker that pussy, that motherfucker laying up under you, you laying up under this motherfucker. Man, I told y'all, man. Stop laying up under these bitches, culling them with these motherfuckers too, man. I'm serious, dog. Stop telling these broads, I love you. The more you give, the more she's gonna take, and the more very little respect she's gonna have for you, until she completely lose all respect for you because you've been doing the most. You focusing on the bitch more than you focusing on your bag. Focusing on the bitch more than you focusing on your motherfucking purpose. Focus on your grind, man. When you out this bitch getting it out the mud, man, and you working in yourself daily, you don't lose people. People lose you. I'm telling you, man. You are more valuable than you realize. Every morning you get up, when you brush your motherfucking teeth And make sure you're brushing your tongue. Be on your shit. And you look yourself in the eyes and say, man, I'm a bad motherfucker, man. The fuck wrong with this bitch? Fuck out of here. There's too many fish in the sea. There really is. And you like I've said many times before, you have to understand that you're better than that. Wasting your time with women who are past their prime, who have aged out. The older they are, the more they're set in their ways. The more bodies they have, the more unteachable they are. They're untrainable. They're used to getting dicked down and fucked out, man, so they feel that's all they live by. How many men are wanting to sleep with them? Not how many men are trying to be in a relationship with them. They equate men trying to get in between their legs to value. Oh, I'm a bad bitch. I got some good pussy. Man, fuck out of here. These suckers don't have no dick discipline. They'll jump off in anything. If you're fairly attractive, oh, they'll fuck the shit out you and won't even give your ass a stick of bubble gum. I told you how these bras be regretting their decision to walk out their relationship, but they don't regret it until the point they got another man's dick in their mouth and he's like, bitch, yeah, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Or she asking for something, can you take me to get something to eat? We don't never do this, bitch. Bitch, what? Bitch, I'm not doing none of that. And at that moment, she realized she done fucked up. You doing the most, taking these bras on dinner dates and shit, man, spending all kind of money on the bitch, buying the bitch shit, buying her gifts and stuff like that, man, you're a damn fool. Hoes don't appreciate that shit. At all. And the more she's gonna control your ass, she's gonna try to control you to the point that you don't even feel like a man anymore. You notice you don't rarely talk to your friends that much no more. You rarely hang out with your buddies. You rarely do anything on your own, you know what I'm saying? Being a man, you know, maybe go fishing or something, or, you know, seeing family members or something like that. No, it's all about her. And at the end of the day, guess what she's gonna tell you when she's fed up with you? You've changed. You've changed. How many times have you fellas heard that? You've changed. Yeah, you have changed. You became a fucking simp. Because you started giving this bitch everything she was requiring of you. She's dictating the standards of the relationship. She is in control of the relationship now. And you didn't even see it. You didn't even see it coming. The longer you with this bitch, the more she's draining your masculinity and the more she's losing respect for you. And the more of a fucking cuck you become. Seen a video from MTR the other day, man. Shout out to the brother. Shout out to the homie, man. Salute. Guy finds out that I think 3 of his 4 children were not biologically his. And he was questioning, should he stick around or not? This is how far men have fallen, man. That you have to question if you're gonna stick around with a bitch who's been fucking around on you for several years. What? And he's in his mid-50s at this point. He's wasted all these years with this bitch. So, but the thing is about it, he doesn't know his own worth. He doesn't know his value. Why would you even question something like that? Seen another video where a guy, his old lady comes in at 5:20 in the morning, leaving him with the kids. The kids staying up past midnight wondering where their mama at. And she walks in the room, and when she walks in the door, he said, good morning, sweetheart. He recording this shit. That bitch shit would have been in garbage bags beside the door. We don't play that shit. A lot of guys simply need guy time, you know, the fellowship with the brothers. Because if you're hanging around that bitch all the time, then guess what? You're starting to be consumed by that feminine energy all the damn time. It's good to be at work or doing something that's going to contribute to your hustle. That's where most of your time should be spent. Not sitting up here kowtowing to what these broads saying they won't. Most of you guys, yeah, you see that shit? Now they fucking with me. It ain't over, brothers. It ain't over. It ain't fucking over. I'm not done. Goddamn. Yeah. It ain't over. So, you know, as I was saying, man, peace to y'all brothers that's still in the building, man. Matt McKee, man. T-Heat, man. What's happening with you, brother? Glad y'all stuck around, man. It ain't over. It happens. You know they like to fuck with me. But yeah, man. You don't realize exactly who you're dealing with until you start validating that broad, man. Any sort of validation is dooming what you have going on with these broads, man. It starts with little small validation that she shames you into doing, little subtle acts. And it ends on a note where you giving her the ultimate validation and everything that she required of you. And now she has no more need for you. It's a sad truth that many men face. And before you stupid ass hoes come in here talking about, oh, you hate women and oh, this, man, think about it. Think about your behavior. Think about your failed relationships and what you contributed to them. Think about how many times you played the victim simply because you wanted out of the relationship. You can tell when a woman cares for you, man. And many of you brothers waste a lot of time dealing with women who never cared anything about you. You just start putting their needs and wants before your own. You understand what I'm saying? A new broom sweeps best. That's how most relationships work. This is why most relationships fail. And many of these women, they initiate these breakups. If they don't initiate the breakups, they sabotage the relationship so to the point that you just can't take it anymore. Because she's ready for a new fix. And understand this, man. Once you start seeing subtle signs of disrespect, when she calls you out of your name, she's not acting feminine, you start seeing a lot of masculine traits start coming out of this broad, man, walk away. Walk away immediately. Don't even waste your time. Don't give an explanation. Don't do any of that shit. Walk away, gentlemen. Walk away. And once you're working on yourself and you taking care of your fucking business, man, you'll realize that many of these relationships were simply a waste of time. You'll realize that a lot of these women that you've taken seriously weren't even worthy of you. They were these classic, modern, feminist-minded females that's running around here right now that feel like they're entitled to everything that a man has. They think they're valuable. A man, the market dictates these women's value. Men dictate your value. And so if a man say he doesn't want to deal with a single mother, he doesn't want to deal with a woman who's been through several failed relationships. He doesn't want to deal with a woman who thinks she wears the fucking pants in the relationship. It's a problem. Meanwhile, we have to sit up here and listen to all the things that women say they're not going to tolerate and put up with. I'll tell you something else too, man, about this cheating shit. These bras don't have no problem with a man cheating, especially if he got the bag. They don't mind making themselves look like utter fools. They don't mind sharing men. These bras ain't never had a problem sleeping with another woman's husband. So now they act like this got this high moral fiber or something. Man, get the fuck out of here. And then when the man dip on their ass or kick them to the curb, then all of a sudden, you know, it's men's fault. No, you chose to put yourself in that position. Reason a lot of these women can walk away from these relationships and shit so easily because there's so many simps out here that's ready and willing to get some of that convenient cooch. And many of them don't have to do anything to get it. I'm gonna tell you something, when a woman is attracted to you, you ain't gotta do much of nothing. She'll do 95% of the pursuit. I'm serious. And here you is out here dinner dating this bitch. Taking these bitch on trip, putting this shit on social media. You making yourself look like a motherfucking fool. Cause somewhere, someone is looking at those posts and be like, well, I remember when I used to fucking have her gagging on this dick. One of them strippers from them stripper parties, yeah, I remember she was sucking on that sock that was on my dick. I remember nutting all in this bitch mouth, in her face. Why you up this bitch giving this bitch the ultimate validation to the world, man? I'm telling you, man, stop doing it. Stop doing it, man. Stop putting yourself in a position to look like a guy. Have some discipline, man. You set the standards. Deal with them from a position of power. And another thing, when it's all said and done, when you've been the man that you were supposed to be, carrying yourself as the prize that you are, and a bitch don't appreciate it, that shows you that wasn't the broad for you anyway. It was never yours. It was just your turn. And you can walk away with your head high, because guess what? The whole time the bitch friends sit up there acting like they hate you, they want to drop them draws for you too. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you some real shit. I witnessed this shit firsthand. Motherfucker be on some slick shit. And it's always the friend that act like they hate your fucking guts. I'm serious. A cousin. And trust me, gentlemen, most of them are always, if you got homies you hang around and you bring them around all the time, oh, she be eyeballing them too. And she be telling her friends how, yeah, girl, his homeboy, Michael, girl, I wish I'd have met him first. Yeah, girl, Michael fine as hell. You ain't gonna hook me up, girl. Shit, Michael slip up, I'm gonna give him some of this pussy. They talk like that. Just like men have locker room talk, and these females be having girl talks, man. Anytime you see some of these old bitches, it be 6, 7, 8 of them going on girls' trips, man. Psh, chunk up the deuces, cuz. For real, man. If she insists on going on whore trips and shit, man, cut your losses, man. You brothers deal with all kind of disrespect just based out of scarcity because you don't even know your own value. You've kowtowed and catered to this broad so much that you believe that she's better than you. And it's the complete opposite. Like for real, man. And while she out here getting pumped and dumped and riding on the carousel, oh, you out this bitch with a lot of nice little young, fit, feminine, cooperative broads. You know what I'm talking about? That's enjoying your presence. Making herself subservient, knowing her role because you can mold and adjust her. Because if she's attracted to you, man, I mean, she's going to do whatever it takes. And it's up to you to maintain that attraction level by not validating the bitch so much. You reward good behavior. That's part of the problem. Many of you fellas reward terrible behavior. And this is why you lose. This is why you will always lose. You will lose your time. You will lose your money. And in a lot of cases, a lot of brothers lose their motherfucking mind behind a bitch that wasn't even on their level from the beginning. You get to the point around this bitch you don't want to eat. You fucking self-destructing, you're drinking and shit behind a bitch that wasn't even worthy of you. And it's up to you to pick up the pieces and know that these people aren't even worth that type of energy. Because if you fall off, you're only going to justify the reason that she was treating you so poorly to begin with. I've told you guys how many of these women want to see you fail because they want to be able to justify the reason to their friends. See, girl, I told you he wasn't hitting on shit. He do this, he do that, he do this and do that. Oh, man, don't give him that satisfaction. Go forth and succeed. Like, yeah, bitch. You see the motherfucker again, you ain't even got to say nothing to him. Just look at their facial expression. You understand what I'm saying? Build your body up. Build your money up. Build yourself up mentally. Be mentally prepared for anything. Because you never know when anything is going to happen. We don't know what the future holds, but we can always prepare ourselves for things that may affect us. Prepare yourself for losing a loved one. Because you never know what death is at. And you never know when a motherfucker gonna be ready to go. You have to go into every situation as you never know when a motherfucker gonna go. And believe that. Even yourself. You may get to a point like, man, I'm out of here. Yeah, you can cut your losses and not even think twice about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you haven't gotten emotionally attached to people and things. Because if you get emotionally attached to people and things, when you lose it, it destroys you. It breaks you down. And it takes a while for you to build yourself back up. In most cases. But if you know your value, it don't take shit because you know you deserve better. That's just the bottom line. Again, I tell you fellas, ignore those fucking bras that don't fit your program. If they don't fit your standard recreational use, if they're not cooperative recreational use, if they don't earn their position, recreational use. As Ramil Amir says, pump and dump. Shit. That's what it is. There's too many of them out here. And if you're working on yourself and building yourself up to be a quality man, or what they would call a high value man, you have your pick of the litter. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Especially if you're building yourself up and being attractive, you're dressing yourself, like you're supposed to. You ain't gotta wear all this designer shit. Wear shit that fits you. Get into your motherfucking bag. It's been widely stated only 10% of men make over $100,000 a year. You put yourself in that bracket, man, I'm telling you, man. You carry yourself as a quality man. But you don't put up with no bullshit either. You lay the ground rules for the interaction. You dictate the way things go in a relationship. That's called being a man. Lead the interaction. If she flake on you, put her ass on ice. Put her ass in the ice box. If she play games, she tell little subtle lies, and shit that you don't ask for, put that bitch on ice, man. You put it down from day one. Disrespect will not be tolerated. And lying is disrespect. I don't know if you brothers understand, realize that or not. Lying is disrespect. These brain dead ass excuses and shit motherfuckers make up. Look, man, get out of here with that. Bitches that ask you for everything, feel entitled to everything, man. That's disrespectful. Let them get to their bag. They claiming they strong and independent, get to their bag. Recreational use. Until she earns her position. Until she shows you that she's vested in your vision. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. And I know some of you motherfuckers get out here and be like, oh, she get into the bag. She's wifey material. Oh, she got a fat ass. Wifey material. You're a damn fool. Man, if real men get to their own bag, bitch, your bag don't mean shit to me. What are you contributing to me that I can't contribute to myself? Because you will typically see when women talking about they get into their bag and shit like that, those are the most uncooperative bitches you will ever deal with. Because they feel like they don't need you. And the older they are, the worse they are. Bad attitude, bad history in dealing with men, probably a bad credit score, some badass kids. Fuck out of here, man. Why would you want to deal with that? You know if that broad gonna fit your program or not by what she's willing to invest. Oh, and yeah, some of the older ones, yeah, they hit you with that bait and switch. Them old cougars, or what they call themselves. Cougar is just another phrase for a washed up, worn out hag. And they're desperate, so they will suck and fuck the shit out of you. They're perfect stocking stuffers, as my uncle would say. Stocking stuffers are more like side bitches. Like not the real gift, just a little trinkets. That's what they are. Perfect stockings. Motherfuckers, they'll cook for you, wash your clothes, suck and fuck on you, gobble it up to them old motherfuckers. Be freaks, boy. Yeah, man. But recreational use. Because eventually, goddamn, you deal with that motherfucker long enough, she gonna start acting like your damn mama. Control. Them old bitches be wanting complete control. Them hoes will suck a baseball through a fucking water hose. I'm telling you, man, all kind of freaky ass shit. Because they're seasoned shit. Because they're seasoned. They're seasoned with other men's semen. They've had all kind of sexual encounters. A lot of them have slept with other women and all kind of shit, man. I'm telling you. Recreational use. And I know you probably be like, oh man, I ain't never had a bitch do this to me, this and that, man. Fuck that. You fuck around and catch feelings you want to. That's gonna be some of the worst shit you ever go through. One of them old bitches put that old wolf puss on you. God damn. So I think we've said enough, man. We've covered enough, man. I appreciate y'all, man. They've been fucking with me a little bit. Fucking with my damn shit, man. I don't get anything from YouTube, man. If y'all brothers don't mind, if y'all want to bless that cash out, man, I appreciate it, dude. Unscripted truth. We've covered a lot right here, man. If y'all want to, donate, that's what kind of keeps this shit going for real, and just coming with a message, man. I tell you guys, I'm on, I'm in the trenches with you. Hard-working brothers, man. Brothers out here getting it out the mud, making shit happen for themselves. Guys who actually take life seriously. Those who believe in structure, order, and discipline, and character, integrity, value. All the intangibles of what it takes to be a damn man, dog. You're not this bitch doing your motherfucking thing, handling your business. I'm telling you, brothers. You can have your pick of the litter when it comes to these women. Don't be wasting your time with a lot of them, man, especially the ones who have this victim mentality. Man. I'll say this, man. Never listen to a woman when she talk about her past relationships and she blames everything on the man. Oh, he cheated on me. He beat me. He was verbally abusive. He was this. He was that. This man, look, don't listen to him. That right there should tell you that should be a red flag. Boom. Recreational use. Yeah, I'm going to fuck the dog shit out of this bitch and I might not even talk to her again. Unless she is contributing something. For real. I don't want to hear about why your goddamn baby daddy left you. I want to hear how you gonna suck on this dick. You know what I'm saying? Because that's about all you amount to. I'm telling you. Desperation lies ahead, gentlemen. I don't know if y'all know it or not. I told y'all months ago this COVID shit is lifting. These evictions and shit starting to come out, man. I'm telling you, the people that was covered under that damn fucking legislation that they passed that protected motherfuckers, they ain't have to pay rent and all this other bullshit. You are about to see some shit. And I'm just gonna be sitting back, hey, you know, sipping on my Red Bull. Stay tuned for the Men First podcast. You'll be set up, man, and I'm gonna be. You know, I got time. Gonna have plenty of time for 3 weeks straight. I may just be cooking, like for real, putting it down, man, for you brothers. We'll cover real topics, man. So anyway, I appreciate y'all fellas for coming through, man. Appreciate y'all. Corey Robinson, what's happening, my brother? I appreciate you, man. Salute to you, my dog. J2 Solid, man. All y'all boys up in here, man. Brother Ben. Brother JB, Willie Beeman. Alex Jackson. Mod Squad, Golden Child, man. I ain't see SJ today, man, but hey, salute to him as well, man. My brothers, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all keep this shit going, man. So, anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all fellas for tuning in. And just remember, theatricality and deception are powerful agents to the uninitiated. But we are the initiated. We are men first. Peace.